Hi, welcome back. We'll quickly look at some of the conditional statements and then looping statements. Yeah. So basically, sometimes what happens is you may want to write a program where you wanted to check a condition, and based upon the condition, you wanted to take a different route of execution. For example, let's say your program is executing from top to bottom. Yeah. And there is a condition check. Yeah. And based on the condition, yeah, let me put it in a simple way. So your program is executing top to bottom, and then there is a condition check. Yeah, and that condition check, depending upon it, maybe I will get true or false, for example. So if that condition returns me false, or if that condition returns me true, I wanted to perform two different operations. Yeah. So if there is a need, and after that you wanted to just continue with the program. So if there is a need, something like this, right, then we will actually use the conditional statements. So for example, let me take an example. Yeah. Suppose you have been given a number. Yeah. Let's say number is available in n. Yeah. Now we wanted to print whether the number is odd number or even number. Yeah. How do you do this? I mean, you only have to do it one output. Yeah. Either it is odd number or it is even number. Yeah. But then it is depending upon value of n, and this n is not known during compilation time. Yeah. So when you're writing the program, you're reading this number from user. Yeah. And user may give you an even number or a odd number, we don't know. Yeah. So depending upon the runtime value of n, you wanted to take a decision. So if number n is even, for example, yeah, if you find that number is even during execution of the program, whatever the value that user has given. For example, my program may be something like this. I may input n from user. Yeah. And based upon the value of the n, yeah, I want, if it is even, I wanted to do some operation. In this case, I wanted to print it as even. Otherwise, I wanted to print it as odd. Yeah. So if such things happen, right, then you have to conditionally ensure your one piece of code, we call it as one block of code, and this is another block of code. So these blocks of code conditionally execute depending upon the outcome of a condition that you're checking. Yeah, that's where we will use this conditional statement. Yeah, so let me quickly take an example so that you will easily understand. So we normally in Java we use, or actually in any other languages, you will normally see this if else, yeah, and if else if else type of thing. Yeah. So how they work? Basically, all they take, I mean, and moreover, remember these are keywords. Yeah. So if a condition, open, close. So this is a signature, or this is a syntax how to use if. Yeah. And inside this you can have n number of statements. Yeah. So this is going to be a condition, and most of the time this condition will use the relational operators or conditional operators like greater than, less than, equal to, etc. Right. So those conditions check will happen here. If that condition is true, then only inside this whatever is written will be executed. Otherwise, these will not be executed. This condition will be skipped. Yeah. For example, I may have, for example, integer n equal to I mean integer n, and then let's imagine I have written some code here to read value of n from user. Yeah. Now I just wanted to check whether the value of n is even or odd. So what I can do, I can write if I have to check whether n is even or odd. So I can check it through my modulo reminder operator. If an even number when divided by 2 will always give me 0 as a reminder. Yeah. So if I perform n modulo 2, if I perform this operation, and by any chance if this operation gives me 0 as the result. Yeah. Remember, this is the equal to operator comparison. Yeah. It is not assignment. It is double equal to. Yeah. So if this happens, then I will simply print system.out.println. This number is even. Yeah. So this is how you can actually use the condition operation. Yeah. So same thing, I mean, continuing, if this number is not even, for example, if this condition is false, yeah, then you have else block, where I can simply say system.out.println number is what? Odd. Why it is odd? Because n modulo 2 has not yielded me zero result. Sorry, not result, the remainder. Yeah. So it has returned 1 as the remainder. For all the odd numbers, the remainder will be 1 when you perform division by 2, or in fact modulo operation by 2, right? So I can easily say the number is odd because of that. So this can be a condition, or it can be a group of conditions with logical AND operation or operation. But anyway, how if works is, if this condition is true, if block is executed, otherwise else block is executed. Yeah. And sometimes I may want to use multiple conditions. For example, if condition 1, do this, yeah, else if condition 2, do these remaining things, else do this. So what it means is, if this condition 1 is true, if this is condition 1 is true, just imagine your program is executing from here. If this condition 1 is true, it will execute these statements. Let's call it as group of statements 1. Yeah, it will execute 1, and after 1 nothing happens, like else if block, if I consider it as group of statement 2, and sorry, and if I consider else block as group of statements 3, yeah, so if condition 1 is met, if it is returning true, then only group of statement 1 is executed and your control comes outside here. Yeah. Similarly, if condition 1 is not correct, it is false by any chance, then it will go into condition 2 checking. Remember, condition 2 check happens only after condition 1 is false. It is evaluated and found to be false. If condition 1 is true, only 1 executes and you will come out. If condition 1 is false, you will check for condition 2. And again, if condition 2 is true, if it returns true, then second block is executed. Otherwise, third block is executed. So this is how if else is going to work. So if I put it in picture way, so your program is executing here, and this is condition 1, yeah, and this is true. So this is block 1 gets executed. If this is false, yeah, condition 2 is checked, yeah, and similarly if this is true, block 2 gets executed. Otherwise, if this is false, block 3 gets executed, and ultimately anything after this will get executed. That means if I have another set of statements here, if I call them as 4, 4 gets executed every time. Yeah, so it is something like this is block 4. Yeah, so depending upon the condition, the respective conditional blocks get executed. That's it. That's how if else is going to work. Yeah, so in the next video we'll see the demo.